Today, I'm going to show you how to make this super cute and super cool Hobbit house or Hobbit hole for your Minecraft survival or creative world. It's great for any starter base or if you're just starting off in a survival world. But before I show you how to make it, I have some bad news. Over the past year or so, I've been making these videos with you guys, showing you how to make these fun stuff, fun projects, and been documenting it all on this one world while I was playing, and unfortunately, I did just lose that world, and I'm very upset. But I just want to thank you guys for those of you who have been around this whole time. And don't worry, I'm not going to stop playing. I'm just going to get right into making a new world where we can make these fun projects on, and again, start another little community. It's unfortunate what happened, but it's not a problem. So, first thing we did is since we're starting over anyway, we named our world Valencia and created a new world. We loaded in a nice oak area, and to the right we have some jungle biome, and to the left we have some ocean biome, and that's totally cool. So, we're just going to find a close place nearby to get started. But just like how everyone else starts, in order to start this project, you're going to need some tools. So after gathering some wood, I kind of settled in this area over here. I like the way this mountain kind of curves off. So the first part of this project is finding a cliff or a hillside that you want to build off of, and then make sure you have a nice clear pathway to it. We have a couple trees in front of it, so I'm going to take these trees down and use this wood to create my first set of tools. So we just mine this tree real quick, and then once we've done that, we can simply create a crafting table and use that crafting table to create our first set of tools. So this is the first crafting table ever placed in this world. After that, I crafted myself a little tiny pickaxe of wood, and then I'm going to go over to this cave right here to gather some stone in order to make some stone tools. After gathering stone, I got myself set up with a full set of stone tools, and then finished clearing the trees out from in front of where we want to build this little home. And once I've done that, I can simply head up here, remove this one because we're definitely going to need to use this space. And also this wood is going to be great for when we're ready to start building the project because you're going to need some wood to start, but that's okay. Once you're ready, you're going to clear out a flat area along a hill or cliffside, making sure that the wall you're building on is at least 4 to 5 blocks tall, like I'm doing right here. It can be as wide as you need it to be. I'll show you how to do this, and then you'll have a rough idea of how much space this is going to take up. So I started with a nice flat cliffside like this. I'm going to build it in. You're going to place one solid block in the middle, another solid block to the left and to the right of it. Craft yourself some stairs and some slabs in the same material. We're going with oak, and then we're going to go with birch as a background. But now you just want to mess around and get this arc. So we're going to use some slabs, half slab down and a slab over to kind of get the archway started. That'll kind of give us the shape that we're looking for in order to finish this project. Afterwards, you can use staircases upside down or right side up to arc it down a little bit more. As you can see here, I'm really just playing around with the idea of how I wanted to do this. I think the staircase looks nice, but sometimes it's too much of an arc down and it makes it look almost square. And we're trying to go with a rounded or a semicircle across the archway here. So the stair kind of works, but as you can see here, we need to touch it to the ground. So we got to dig this out a little bit wider in order to get the final effect. And that looks okay, but I'm not 100% sure that I like that. So again, this is all just placing a slab or a staircase somewhere and deciding, hey, does this look good? Does this not? If it doesn't look good, go back. So as you can see here, I'm fixing it. We have the 3 solid blocks, a half slab down. I'm going to get rid of the staircase on both sides and just kind of stick with slabs for a little bit. I went with another half slab down, kind of keeping that theme going. It kind of helps it with the arc on the top. And then after that, I could even use staircases to finish the arc. I'll use an upside down staircase there, and then maybe get rid of the slab here or put a staircase there. Again, I'm just still trying to figure this out. This is just a starter base, so it's nothing crazy. And later on, it'll be cool to look back at my little Hobbit house in the future. So I placed an upside down staircase, and then got rid of it, used a slab, and I think I like how the slab looks a little bit better. It kind of keeps it going at a more vertical, well, it's not vertical, almost like a choppy but not too blocky, I guess is the way I'll describe it this time. Again, this is entirely up to you. So we're going to come to this side and repeat it. We'll do a staircase facing right side up, and then we'll place an upside down staircase and maybe a block next to it. So this, once it touches the ground, it'll be complete. So maybe we'll do a slab and then a staircase perhaps, or an upside down staircase and then another staircase facing right side up. As long as it touches the ground, it is even on both sides, and you should have something that looks like this. See how it's kind of arched over into a half like a semi-sphere there? We're going to quickly craft some more staircases in order to finish the other side. Just making sure this is even is kind of crucial. So here we did that side. Now on this side we did a staircase, and then we did 3 staircases. So half slab, we should have a half slab staircase, upside down staircase, and then a right side up staircase. If this is hard to follow, I do apologize. Just maybe pause the screen and take a look. Show something that looks like this. But now that we have this, maybe just put some extra slabs, round it out. See, that looks too blocky, so we're going to keep 1 slab right there. I think that is probably, yeah, I like that. That's a good look for that. And keep in mind, if it doesn't look right, you're going to add some more steps back later. So go behind and dig 1 block out from behind each of these blocks. So that way, when we place a block behind it, you won't be able to see anything but the other block. So again, go behind each block we just placed, each corner, and dig 1 block out like so from the behind it. Should have something that looks like this. You can start to dig your doorway if you want to. After that, get some stripped oak or birch logs and place them in the following pattern, making sure they're going lengthwise all the way across, leaving a spot for your door. The reason we're doing this is because I'm using birch because it kind of highlights the background a little bit better, and it doesn't blend in with the oak so well. It gives it that sort of hobbit hole look. As you can see here, if I used oak, it's a little bit darker, so it might be a little hard to see. And the stripped logs and the birch just gives it that lighter shade. So after we've done that, I'll grab some dirt and I'll fill in all these holes. Like we don't want this to be stone, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this and get ready to place some stone here instead. Some dirt here instead, because the dirt just gives it that better texture. I like how it looks. After that, I'll kind of round this out, maybe round this out, trying to make it look more natural, whatever you want to do. If you're good at terraforming, that's fine. I'm really bad at it, so I'll just stick to kind of what I have and hope it turns out well in the end. But if you want to, you can even place some trapdoors here and here and give it sort of like a window look. After that, go inside and dig out however large of a room you want. I'm digging about 3 blocks high and about 3 blocks over from each side. And then once I get to the roof, I'm placing half slabs in order not to break the dirt on the outside. And it'll kind of give it that look because you want to make sure it matches inside and on the outside. So sometimes going an extra block higher, an extra block outwards will kind of ruin the look of the dirt on the outside. And, we're all about, visuals, not functionality here. So again, just placing oak walls on the inside to give it sort of a textured. We're going to leave the stone floor. I'll use oak slabs for the ceiling just to give us a 2.5 block height. After that, I'll go maybe back 1 more and I'll place some more stripped logs on this wall as well so that both match. While I was out looking for strip logs, I actually ran into some melons in the jungle biome. So I was super stoked because right now we don't have a food source. We're already setting up our base. It is taking a little while because I'm a little bit extra with some of my builds. But at least now maybe we can plant some melon seeds and get ourselves started. I just literally went over to the closest flat area and planted all my melon seeds just to get us a source of food in the meantime. Because right now we have nothing. And I think melons are a very good source of food. I don't have to cook it. They grow fairly quickly, and it's nice and easy to use. So I'll just plant. I have like 8 seeds in total left, so I'll just plant them all. I'll take some of the dirt I use to kind of extend this farm out a little bit. Make sure I have plenty of room for these melons to grow. So 1, 2, place some more here. And then I'll place the last seed right here. All right, so now we have the start of our own first little melon farm growing. This is our first source of food in the world. So after I did that, I went back to what I was doing before. And like I said, I'm placing some stripped birch logs against the back wall as well to kind of give it a textured feel, but make it look not so matchy. You can also add rooms. This could just be the first room. You can dig out as far as you can dig if you want to, and make this room as large or as small as you want. You can make it a 3x3 space. It does not matter. You can add whatever you want. Since this is just my starter base for right now, I'm just getting myself squared away, a place to hide from the mobs at night. In the meantime, nothing too crazy. And just making sure I have someplace to go that's safe. So this is not bad for our first starter house. We have a nice little space. We can dig this out. We have trapdoors on the other side as our little windows. So now we can even see outside or open it and shoot outside if we need to shoot mobs from the outside if we get a bow. I'll add a oak door to the front on the inside half, so it gives it, again, a little bit of three-dimensional detail. And once we've placed that door, we could even grab some more planks, maybe make ourselves some chests. We'll make a couple of chests for ourselves, just for some basic storage, a crafting table, a furnace, everything I could possibly need to get myself set up. And this is officially the first double chest ever placed in the world. But after that, in the morning, I went outside. As you can see here, I have all my chests set up. And now I'm going to use a shovel to make a tilled soil path. I'm going to start with 3, maybe go over 1, 3, go up 1. It's really whatever you can imagine. All I'm doing here is trying to kind of create a wavy, natural pathway to get to my little hobbit house. After that, I killed the skeleton and used the bone meal to kind of grow a little farm here, which is super cool. And then I grabbed some extra oak logs and kind of framed out a nice little area to start growing crops, which I'm super excited about. And this will be our first little farm here. You can add all these cute little builds in and around your little hobbit home to kind of make it feel more like home. Using bone meal and planting grass or flowers definitely helps. And maybe a little wheat farm going. You can have wheat farm growing along your path. It's entirely up to you. I just wanted to give you this sort of little design on how I made this house and keep you guys updated on what I'm currently doing in the world. We're going to grab some fences here and kind of connect the logs to the fences. Again, all we're trying to do here is create a little area to maybe even keep sheep or cows or chickens, but right now I'm going to use it as my first wheat farm, maybe another source of food while we wait for the melons to grow, which is super cool. As you can see here, I'm trying to connect it to the pathway. Other than that, that's entirely it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I want to appreciate all of you guys for sticking around. And I'm excited to look at the new projects we're going to work on in this. And if you like this video, please let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.